dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Because the show's not started.
Hey everybody, can you hear me? I have stuff. They can? Yes, okay, cause right before showtime I was getting some error stuff with my audio and whatnot. But hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano, and I. We were gonna have a friend of ours, a return guest, Andrew Smith of Adventure Gold with us tonight, but as you know, he's in the land down under, and apparently something's up, because he's not here yet. But, Dano the Mano's with us, and we're gonna pry some stories out of Dano, make him talk tonight about his time in the Motherlode at Blue Lead's Nugget Hunt up on the North Yuba at Union Flats. So, with no more further ado, let's get this party started. Hey YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano, and I. Strange, everything that I should be able to hear, I'm not hearing.
Well, I hear you, but I don't know about the
You
YouTube
hear me, they hear
because
me.
my YouTube is muted, so I don't know whether
Wonder
it's
if
working.
it's because I'm still
Can you hear us?
up there too.
You hear us? Do you hear us?
I'm still up there also. Do you hear them all right?
You hear us?
You sound great, Ed.
Testes, 1, 2,
Okay.
testes.
Testes 3, 4.
Sounds great. All right.
What's up, David Bogan?
Rach, Jeff, David
Yes,
Bogan,
what's up,
Mina, good to see you all.
Libby, hi, Libby.
Randy, Scotty, Tony, Bacchus.
Dano the Mano. Rock Butcher, what's up?
Rob. I see you, Rob.
You can't hear me, Jeff. It's all in your imagination.
One more pan. Good to see you.
Relic Hunter, what's up? I know I missed some other people. There was some, I saw a new name earlier.
Did we say hi to yet?
Top Notch M says he's driving, so keep your eye on the road.
Yeah, that's Randy
To the
Scotty
show,
Tony.
but welcome.
Grease Monkey, David Villa.
Becca 7573.
Music
David
Man Mark
Villa.
Miller, hello.
World's greatest moderator on the inner zones, Mr. Lodak. Welcome.
Speak up.
Welcome, old painter.
Turn it up a little, maybe.
Who?
Oh, David
What?
Villa saying, speak up, Ed.
Turn your volume up, David.
Turn your hearing aid up, David.
Well.
And then don't forget Tim. Tin Man Magnet Fishing's in the house, or he was.
Yeah,
Well,
he was earlier.
Oh. Yeah, I saw a new name on here, Rockinor.
Yeah, I believe he's from the land down under.
Yeah, he
been
is.
around for a while.
I looked at his channel a little bit. He's got
He
some.
was looking
interesting
forward to Andrew. He's the legend down there, and he's a legend here too.
Hopefully he'll get on sometime tonight while we're on here. I don't know.
Ert Radio, how you doing, Ronald? Good to see you.
Radio.
Good to see all of you here
I think I said hi to Rachel. Hi, Rachel, if I didn't.
GoPro Unlimited. How you doing, Guido?
Guidos. So what's Guido?
What's Guido?
Yeah, he's got Guidos. It's something belongs to him. What's Guidos? Top Cat, what's up?
That's his name, I think.
It's that stuff on your face, Jesse.
Oh, that's
Top
old,
Cat.
Uh,
Stuff on my face.
You guys need to
It's
share
just
the
my
link
face,
with
dude.
me to Top Cat's Camp America shirt.
he buys a custom ink.
Oh, really? I need an order, Todd. I'd wear yours that I got when we were out there, but it's like being in a tent. Seriously. So,
Because I wear mine dredging up against everybody that was there. Mine was kind of dull colored.
Was.
The mud had dyed it and made it dull.
sorry about that, GoPro.
You were working too hard.
Still a Camp America shirt, though, no matter how you put it, dirty or not.
Yeah, I was getting the same thing, David. Yeah, spinny circles.
Yeah, it's for some reason. I was testing good earlier. I've heard several people have had troubles tonight.
Too hot to have a beard. Well,
I know Audra was having troubles earlier at Jersey History Hunters.
maybe it's sunspots.
I don't know.
Sunspots.
It is what it is. Camp America.
Camp America.
Yeah, buddy.
A new slogan, it's not just about the gold.
So, Dano, the Mano, we're gonna put you on the spot tonight. We're gonna put you on. Okay.
Terry Curry, evening.
What's up, Terry?
Terry?
Good evening.
103 there now. Jeez, the
Jeff, what are you smoking, buddy?
Big Valley is hot.
It's hot.
Hot.
So, Dano, you took off for California again.
Yeah, you lucky bugger. But you work hard all year
And of course,
for it.
Oh, double hard. Double hard.
Yeah.
Save your money up. But as usual, your flight out there sucked.
It didn't. I ain't gonna say it sucked, but it just sucked to be stuck somewhere for 4.5 hours when you planned a 2-hour layover anyway to not miss your plane.
Well, it had to be better than the time we went when we were stuck in Indianapolis for like 6 hours.
Oh yeah.
That was the worst birthday I ever had.
When I took Barb with me that one time last year during Tim's outing, we had to spend the night in Dallas Fort Worth.
That's right.
Plane was late and the other plane took off on time. I'm like, well, if this plane was late, why did you take off on time? Because there was like, I know 20 people standing behind me waiting to get on this plane that were late too. But I wasn't smiling that time. I was rather off that.
Yeah. Plus they had all the other crap going on too. You know, so.
But going out wasn't bad. I just went and sat in a restaurant. I ate. I hung out.
And this year you rubbed shoulders with the wealthy.
On the way home, first class all the way. I even had a charcuterie tray.
Yeah.
That's some fancy stuff right there.
Dressed in cutoffs and muddy boots.
Bologna, ham and cheese.
No, it's prosciutto, salami.
Okay.
It was fancy.
Well, fancy stuff.
I imagine even my glass of water I got was like Perrier or something, you know.
Ooh.
Bill has an 8-hour layover in Las Vegas.
Well, that's
a bad place. To get stuck in.
That's enough to lose your wages.
Right.
That's not a good place to get stuck in.
Stay away from the smoking room, Bill. Stay away from the slots.
Yeah, Top Cat, I got a story about Vegas too next time I see you. When we were talking about, I got a lot of stories I got a good one for Vegas. But I'll save that I'll save that one for us. So then you get there. Any problems getting your coach?
No, actually, they let me get it Thursday evening when I got off the plane.
Yeah. When were you supposed to get it?
They stayed there till I wasn't supposed to get it till noon Friday.
Oh.
But they let me get it the night before, so Todd and I loaded it all up that night. And the next morning, we was out there bright and early.
Nice.
You got mail.
You got
Cool.
mail.
I got mail.
Yes, and Jesse still has AOL.
Yeah, but see, I know when I got mail.
Then we got up there, and you seen from all the videos, there was flags everywhere. Our buddy Otis had put these flags everywhere. These little smaller, had them stuck in the bark of the tree everywhere all around the camp. I'm sure that's some people, but that's all right. It's America. If you don't like it, get out.
Yep.
That's just how I feel about it.
Hey, Rach still uses AOL too.
There are no restrictions to leave America. Anyone can leave at any time. No one's going to stop you.
Yep. If you don't like it here, find your way out.
Love it or leave it. If you don't like what we say, there's the door.
That's Ed. That's what they used to tell us back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Love it or leave it.
It's like me. I go to California. Everybody says California is such a terrible place, but it's not. You get out of the cities into the country. California is a beautiful state.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, like I've told everybody, if it wasn't for SAC, San Francisco, LA, Orange County now, and San Diego, it'd be a beautiful place.
Yes.
It's not even the whole county of LA either.
No.
It's just the city.
Right.
Of LA.
Right. Same with Orange County.
Right.
And I remember when I lived there and growing up, like Orange County was like red as red could be. So, really conservative, but not so quite anymore. But you know.
So they have a nice outing this year. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, I heard it was great.
Had a big outing. There was twice as many people there this year as there was last.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent, Tim. Good job, Hugh Hefner of the Yuba.
Last year there was well over 50 people, right?
There was probably 100 people this year or more.
Yeah, because I remember he passed out. Remember he did that card thing, and he passed out all the cards.
He did this year too, and all the cards were gone again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he about to go to 2 decks to figure out how to
Go to a pinochle deck or something.
something.
What do you want? Dog.
And Tim, the banker's son, slept behind the camper in a little tent. Stayed with Todd and I. It was nice to meet him. Tim's son's a good kid. He had fun. He didn't. I don't think he camps a whole lot, so he had fun being out there with us.
Looked like you guys were having a good time out there. Pictures I saw looked like everyone was having fun.
Oh yeah, the day of the outing, it was packed. Like I said, you can't believe how many people showed up there. I'm surprised charging for parking. I'm surprised because they were saying after so many cars, it's like $5 a car or something like that to park in there. And
Yeah.
but swims in the river frequently. Felt so good to swim in the river. River's just a little cool, but feels good once you get in.
Yeah. Pretty hot when you were there?
Some days. Other days were decent, but so like, what day was it? Wednesday? I forget. But it was so hot, even the shade didn't even feel good.
Yeah, we had while you were gone, we had a week of 90-degree weather here, and it was hot. You know, it was up there.
I sent Ed pictures, Bill.
I knew it was gonna come up. I knew it was gonna come up. Hopefully it don't buffer while I open up some other windows.
There it goes.
So
But yes, I found
find
some
Dano.
gold with the help from my
Did
friends.
you send it to my channel email? I forget.
Yes, I sent it to flashinyourpan@gmail.com.
Okay.
Sent 3 pictures and a video. Did I send the video? I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, you sent a video.
In the courthouse there in Downeyville, they had replicas of nuggets found in that area, and it was a whole big case. And oh my God,
Yeah,
just
you,
all this one out of that case would be delightful.
You sent that. Oh man,
There's each.
I'm jelly about the coin you got.
Yeah, me too. I'm bummed.
He wanted to find a real gold one. I said, no, this is great, Gary. This is great.
No. He could have found you a real one.
Well, I think he wanted to see if I'd really carry it.
I want to know, Jeff, where's ours?
Yeah.
But here's the picture of some nice little nugglies you picked up from that boulder.
That's a little help from my friends right there. We moved a lot of big boulders that day.
Let me find what I need to find so I could show it.
That thing was well over 2 tons. And we pulled that thing down. Oh. But it's just a good, I just enjoy being out there with them guys. They're such great guys.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent hosts. After we got done one night around Bennett's house there, we sat there and had a cookout out back and enjoyed the evening. Got to talk to his wife. She gave me a bunch of different flower seeds to plant here.
All right.
Michael Busy Bee Detective, welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Those are sure pretty nugs.
All right.
And a nice little picker. You know.
I did see that picture.
I sent you that picture, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said those were from the help of my friends. I appreciate your help. That was a lot of work.
Was that from under that boulder?
Some of it was. Some of it was just before we flipped that over.
Yeah.
Probably
that little one in the middle there, huh?
That one got panned out. I panned that one out.
Oh.
Did you?
The darker one, I think, might have had a piece of quartz on it that we knocked out when we dug it up.
Now, how many of those did you find detecting?
All of them, except the little one that I panned out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, which came from the boulder?
The biggest one came first, and all the 3 others came after.
So you got a signal under there and went to town?
Oh yeah, and it was a big chunk. We definitely did a feat moving that thing. Kept propping rocks behind it, restrapping it, hoping it wouldn't fall over till we could get it pulled over. And then all they could say is because it was so flat and such a neat rock, they wanted to carry it up to his house and.
Yeah. Okay. Good thing it broke in half. Is that the one that broke in half?
Yeah.
Oh, good thing, huh?
Right.
But we had pulled a heck of a bunch of rocks out of there that day.
Hey, Drum Detect, what's up?
Joel, good to see ya.
He had a little winch that ran with drill, but it quit working, so we had to go the old ratcheting come along.
They come along, you know that's gonna work.
Oh, it always works, and it's the one that's got the extra pulley on it, gives it a little more pull.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
It worked well.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta download that. I think I did that once already before. So.
I sent a picture of that coin, a picture of the nuggets, and a little short video.
Replicas of nuggets.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show.
Mr. Lodak's joke. I watched a clip on YouTube, and 3 girls walked up to a guy metal detecting and asked, what was the best thing he's found? And he replied, you 3, but my wife won't let me bring you home.
Okay, can't show it that way. Maybe this way. Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was
Wasn't that funny?
okay.
Oh, now.
Ruben, be nice.
What? All right.
Not a joke. It's a real clip, he says.
Yeah.
These are replicas of nuggets that have come out.
Yeah, I saw one today. An old guy at the store
Look at all them things.
looking at
These
two
are
really
replicas
young
of actual
girls
nuggets
and
that
wearing a
came out.
T-shirt that said
Let me get down here in
"Sex
front now.
Instructor." So
Right now, they're seeing all the
Hey, how are you?
nuggets.
right.
Not
Those
bad
are
at
all replicas, so they say, of the nuggets found around Downeyville.
Dang, how would you like to find some of those? That's so mouth-watering. I gotta watch it again.
These are
Just one of the
replicas
small ones, I'd be
nuggets that come out
tickled.
of
Just
this
one of the
area.
small ones.
Oh, no
Mhm.
doubt.
So you said they're replicas. Are they real
These
gold?
are
They're
of
replicas.
actual nuggets that
They're-
came out of
Like
I mean,
casting?
Look in the case, they look like real gold, whatever they did. I think it's real gold, and they just don't want to tell you that.
That's what I
Could
was
be.
wondering.
How
I
are
mean,
you?
Could be.
Not bad at all.
But there were so many of them in there, it's just like, I got to get a video of this. This
yeah,
is
because I don't see. I mean, when you say replicas,
I
they're
hear
not
you,
telling you whether
David.
they're actually gold and they've been cast to look like the original ones, or are they made out of some other material and painted, or
I think it's
like
some
some
other-
rocks and just. Well, that's what that one kind of looked like. That's close enough.
I think it's from some other material. Maybe they casted the nugget and redid it. Because where it's setting, it'd be way easy to walk in and smash and grab.
So chances are it's not really gold then.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's simulated
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's probably
still,
plaster cast or
if you're ever in Baker City, East Oregon,
right.
and they have a nice museum there in their old courthouse that shows a bunch of gold that's been found in the area. And I don't know if they're replicas or not.
So how would you know if it was? I mean, they say it's a replica. How close is it to actually looking like what they actually found?
Right. Did they put a mold around that nugget, peel it, and pour one, or what did they do to make that?
Maybe they're just this is what the nuggets look like that they found here. So they're just replicas of what was there. I
Right.
can't believe that they would be able to actually literally replicate a nugget that was found 100 years ago.
There's still a gallows in town, the old hangman's deal there. Got the trap door and all.
I love old towns like that still maintain their Wild West days.
But used to be a sign when you come into Downeyville. It's gone this year. It said no liberals. Somebody either tore it down or they got rid of it. I don't know. Last year it was there. But it's like a boardwalk little town. Every place you walk has got like the old West boardwalks. Walk up and down by the buildings.
Yep.
Pretty little town. Got little
Walking through Central
antique,
City.
got little antique places you can go in, little different shops. Of course, an ice cream shop. Jeff always shows it on his videos. Now I got a video of me and Todd having ice cream.
No saloon.
Yeah, there's probably 3 bars down the street there on the boardwalk.
That's where they had shafts.
Yeah.
Motorcycle, right?
Well, yeah.
Is that who it was?
Right.
That's where the ladies of the evening would have been back in the day.
Upstairs.
Upstairs. You can get you a hot bath and a woman for an ounce of gold.
Or 35 cents.
Yeah, I did buy a braided hair large cent that was Gold Rush 1849. I did buy a coin in one of the shops there.
Did you?
The Gold Rush started. Ice cream shop, Jeff says. Ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Todd might have one of them frozen coffee doodle things, mocha chocoladas.
David Villa said the liberals took it. The sign.
They might have.
The liberals.
Then we went searching for brown sugar for the peaches I grilled that evening. Went up into Sierraville because they didn't have none in Downeyville. Talking to a guy along the street, they just kicked some renters out of a house. He took us in. His house was full of, you wouldn't believe the crap they had in there. Barrels of flour, brown sugar. He gave us a free bag of brown sugar. Then I seen the biggest, best thing I ever seen in my life. There was a whole case, I'm talking case, of SpaghettiOs with weenies in them. I wanted that case so bad. I love them things, man. I seen that and was like, oh my God, I gotta have that. I know that's odd, but I love that stuff. Oh, you're muted, Jesse.
Jesse is muted.
I was muted.
I mean, dude, it was like a 3-stack, and it was huge of SpaghettiOs with weenies. I was like, oh my God, give me that.
You didn't buy it?
No,
Dano's weenies.
Dano's weenies. Hey,
oh no!
They're actually good for you. Look at the label. They're actually nutritious for what they are.
Yeah, I like canned meats. I mean,
but this place, it even had like an older type gas stove in it. You know what I mean? Kind of looked like a wood burning cook stove, but it was gas.
right.
And like I said, big flour bins in a closet full of flour. I mean, these people must have just baked for a living or something. And, you know, while we were up there, that's part of that big trail everybody hikes. I forget what Todd called the trail, but they have trail angels up there, people that pick those trail hikers up and take them on down the road to the next part of the trail.
Uh-huh.
Kind of a neat little town. I mean, it's a very, very little burg, but it seemed like it was full of more of them hikers than even residents. Just passing through, trying to get to their next trailhead to take off.
Right.
Todd said,
Welcome to Diamond Miner.
Todd said they're called trail angels. They haul these people around and help them out.
Make sure they don't get lost and stuff.
Jason, how you doing, bud?
Gets them to the next spot.
Right.
But that's a little town, dude. I thought my town was little. Sierraville is like, breathe and you'll miss it. I'm a blink, you miss it.
That's like
Kansas, Ohio.
Oh, Smith, it's called Pacific.
Kansas, Ohio.
Texas, Ohio.
Kansas, Ohio. You go over the railroad tracks, you're done.
Yeah.
Pacific Crest Trail is what Smith Gold says it is.
Yeah, it stretches
Sure.
from one border to the other.
If I could still walk that good, I'd probably like to try to do parts of it. Some of the more beautiful parts, hike them.
Part that goes through the Siskiyous is really nice, and Oregon, Washington. Haven't been on it much down in the Sierras. Been on the John Muir Trail, but not the Pacific Coast Trail, or most of it. Hey, Ron F., how you doing?
What's up, Ron?
No, I hadn't heard about that, Jim. About Troy's had some problems too coming back from his trip. Reg Labs troubles on his trip out west.
Oh, yeah.
Broke down.
Oh yeah, Troy Johnson. Yeah.
Yep.
Broke down in the middle of nowhere. He's home now, though. I hope
Yeah,
he
he just-
did well. Mining on the Similkameen, I believe it is. Your
it was,
neck of the woods, Derek. Yeah, up in British Columbia. I know he comes through the port, the border at Oroville in the Okanagan. When we talked about where his claim was, I thought he said it was on the Similkameen. some
60-mile tow would be a very expensive tow.
Yes, it
yeah.
would.
I'm going to say, well, hard to tell. I haven't done towing in so long, but in my mind, I'm looking at $300 easy. Hey, yeah.
About 600, David says.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Wow. Hope it's a good
Yeah.
downhill. Just put it in neutral and try to ride it out.
Well, grappling hook it up to a tractor trailer. Holy.
So I'll tell you what, driving that RV up to that Union Flats, that's a hell of a drive. You're on a long, curvy mountain road for hours.
Well, that's Highway 49, and
Yep.
it's only a little 2-lane road, mountain
Two-lane road.
road. They're not like the country roads we have here.
No.
Yeah, all we got is little. All we have is little 3 or 4 foot ditches. You're looking at
Hundreds of feet.
Hundreds, yeah.
hundreds.
Or sides
Hey, don't worry.
on the other side.
I could take you
There
to a
was plenty of
place.
trees, though, right?
I
Plenty
could.
of trees to stop you.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's a road between the San Joaquin Valley and Highway 101. It's north of Highway 20. Goes through the national forest there. Go from pavement to dirt road, back to pavement, and I swear it's a billy goat road, Dano.
Oh, yeah. Like my buddy took me on Gold Camp Road in Colorado, and I was in a Kia Optima. I was like, why the hell did you take me down this road?
Oh, I mean, no guard railings. You're like
Oh, yeah.
cliffs, 1,000 feet it looked like.
Well,
We got road.
Oh my God, road
Camp Road,
from Denver to
straight
Idaho.
drop-offs, like flat rock drop-offs. And that little Kia Optima, lipping off 6 inches was more than you wanted.
I know some roads back home in Washington, Oregon also they might as well be called Oh My God Road too.
Central, yeah, right, Central
Right.
City.
Right.
Yeah, fun road. You get to look in the
The
coyote
tops.
holes on the
Get to
side
look
of the road.
Get to look at the tops of the aspen trees.
Right.
40.
Yeah, you got to walk right here with coyote holes every once in a while. Dirt road, and
I
then cliffs
believe
there.
it, Diamond Miner.
And 2 cars are like that far apart when they pass. You got to get way over.
Oh,
I like the wall side myself. So
Yeah, it's not fun being on the downhill side on some of those roads.
you're right.
Well, my best friend Bart, he came up to our house in Washington, and I took him all over in the back country, and he's used to driving fairly quick in Baja and stuff, and on some of the roads in Southern California, forest roads and stuff, and he's trucking around along really good. And I'm like, Bart, slow down, man. Slow down. And this road's pretty thin. I'm like, slow down, Bart. We're not in
Please.
Baja. We're not in
Please.
Baja. And about the 3rd time I asked him to slow down, he moved over to avoid some potholes and went through a bush, and there was a fall down hidden. Probably, at least 3 foot in diameter log that he hit. Next thing I know, we're rolling down the mountain. Quite a neat ticket ride. Thank God it happened where it did, or I wouldn't be sitting here right now. If it happened 100 yards sooner or 100 yards later, I would have been all effed up. if not dead.
So GPU hasn't had good luck with motorhomes. Even though he had insurance, it still took him 3 days later. They're
That's
still
right,
looking,
Jim.
still trying to find a tow truck.
Wow.
Those people I use are great. That place I rent RVs out there in Sacramento, that couple is great, man. If anybody ever wants a good RV rental and they're around that area, I'd refer you to them anytime.
Now, is it
That
a
would-
private party you went through a website to do, or?
No, it's called what is it? A Family Affair RV, and it's there in Sacramento, and it's family owned. It's a young couple. They've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 RVs. Then they got the regular pull around campers. They rent, I think, fishing boats and other things like that. But they're just starting out. They're a young couple. Great to work with, great prices. I mean, for what I paid for that RV for 13 days, I couldn't have stayed in a hotel for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice. And you've rented from them twice now, haven't you?
Yeah, they gave me, what was it, 15% off this year, sent me a coupon for this year's rental.
Oh, nice. Nice. Nice.
A good couple. I mean, just easy to work with. If you set up a reservation with them, when you get there, that reservation is there waiting on you.
Nice.
I said they let me pick up Thursday night. I wasn't supposed to pick up till Friday at noon. I kept in contact with them all day. When I was sitting there in Phoenix laying over, he said, if you can get here by such and such time, we'll be here. We'll wait on you because it helps us out letting you get the RV tonight because we got so many going out tomorrow. You might be pushed down the list.
Wow.
So great folks, him and his
Cool.
wife both.
Now, you hear that. Dano's the man dropping your name. So remember, if you're in the Sac area, look him up.
Good people. You'll get a good rental out of them. And they take care of their rentals. You get in that camper, it is nice. It's ready to go. Refrigerator was already cold, freezer froze. All we had to do is stuff food in it that evening, and in the morning get up and roll.
Cool.
Nice. Nice.
And I can tell you, camping up there, it's nice to sleep in a comfortable bed for the next day's trudge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Especially if we do any hiking at all.
Right.
Definitely.
And plus, you got a toilet and you got a shower. That's kind of nice. We did purdy up one night and go to town and get something to eat.
Ooh.
Went to a little Mexican restaurant and had some Mexican food.
That's
Did you
always
put your-
good.
Did you put your Sunday go to meeting overalls on?
Yes, we did.
All right.
The horses and took off in the wagon.
Yeehaw.
We were laughing about that the whole time, saying back in the day, they used to tell mom to put on her Sunday dress and the boys to put on their good pants because they going to town.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Got to get some flour and beans and a few other things.
Bunch of rowdy miners going into town. Yeah,
Or once a
buddy.
month, or once every 6 months or whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was when they went. And, you know, like where we were at, to get to town from where we're at, that could have been a 2-day journey. You might have had to camp overnight to get that far.
Yeah. You're talking about horse and wagon or just even
Right.
horses.
Or even on horseback. I mean, horseback, if you made it, it'd be a long day's trot to get there.
Good evening, Wally.
Hey, Wally.
I never see your good morning posts until the afternoon, so good afternoon.
It wasn't bad, Jeff. That Mexican restaurant wasn't too bad at all. I had enchiladas.
That
Todd
sounds good.
had this burrito that looked the size of a stinking football when they brought it out on the plate.
You get what you pay for at a lot of Mexican restaurants. I always I like looking to see where all the Mexicans go to eat. And
Hey, that's absolutely. You go where the locals go.
tend to get the better, more authentic Mexican food.
But honestly, I've been to Mexican restaurants where the owners, the cooks, everybody was Mexican, but they couldn't cook either. So I actually walked out and I had a complaint with we were doing Taco Tuesday for a while, right? Every Tuesday we'd go eat a taco place, right? Different one throughout the city. We went to one, and we ordered our dinner. They come back. They brought me these tortillas. You know how they bring them wrapped up in foil.
Mm.
These things were like, I mean, they were cooked, but they weren't even brown a little bit. It was like they cooked them in the microwave and that was it. I said, is this the best you can do? Oh, those are good enough. I said, because I went up on the owner, manager. I said, the best tortillas. This is a fucking Mexican restaurant, dude. You got to know how to make tortillas. They don't take but a couple. My mom used to make tortillas by hand, fresh, for 7 kids and a dad every fucking morning. You tell me you're trying to tell me you can't have real fresh tortillas in a Mexican restaurant? Well, here's what he did. This is what pissed me off. He says, "Well, the gringos don't know about it. They don't know. They don't care." I
Yeah,
said,
of course he looked at me when he said that.
right. I says, they don't care. Yeah, well, I'm not a gringo and I do care. And you should definitely care.
Right.
We walked out. Never been back. Bastards.
There you go.
It upsets me in a Mexican restaurant. Bring you chips and salsa, but they don't offer you queso. You have to ask for it.
Right.
You should get
queso costs more than tomatoes, man.
But you should get a thing with your chips. To me, you should get queso and salsa together. You shouldn't have to ask for queso. It can't be that much. And you're buying a meal off of them so they can afford to pop that cost that bowl of cheese.
Oh, that's nasty, Ohio relic, Hunter. Nothing like old El Paso tortillas in the microwave. Dude, turn your gas stove on, throw them on the fucking burners. Oops, sorry. Throw them on the burners for a half a minute on each side. Then try it. Tell me those microwave things are yummy.
There's a stop. Bart and I, back to my best friend growing up, Bart, when we would go down to Baja on our surfing trips, we would first stop in Rosarito and we'd trade Budweiser and Playboys for cases of Pacifico and cigarettes, cartons of cigarettes. And
then Richard Gold is in the chat room. Says he's here.
Hey, I sent you a link on Facebook, Andrew. An hour and 15 minutes ago. But we always, our next stop, once we got into Ensenada area, or no, it was
send him the link again, Ed.
It was in Rosarito too. It's there. All he has to do is click on it.
3 F-bombs and a bastard, Jesse.
We would stop at a tortilla factory and get fresh tortillas. It was so good. Then usually where we camped was right by a dory fleet, and we'd get lobster and abalone, and for a few dollars we'd eat like kings.
That's always fun.
Oh yeah, good old surfing days in Baja when I was a troubled adolescent.
We went to a place.
All right, I sent Andrew another link.
The Cattleman was a nice restaurant. They had really big steaks.
Was it Cattleman's Wharf?
No, I think it just was the Cattleman's, if I remember right, on the front of the building. Todd got I think it was a ribeye, and it was like 1.5 inches thick and about the 3/4 of the plate. I got a rack of ribs that covered the whole plate.
I don't think I've ever had abalone.
I can't say I ever have.
Yeah, plenty of lobster. I can eat a ton of lobster too. I've never had that
Hey,
balloon.
Pennyweight, how you doing? That one not working either, Andrew.
Yeah, you got that right, Mr. Lodak. You got that absolutely right.
Little white pasty circle.
Let me
Yeah.
email
I was
you
pissed.
something then. Hopefully it don't
And it's
buffer
happened in
while
more
I
than one
do
Mexican
this.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Hopefully it don't buffer while I do
Norma.
this. I need
Cattleman.
to search for
Cattleman
something.
says it was the Cattleman's.
Cousin Norma.
Cattleman.
Oh, our the manager Norma.
Nice restaurant. I know that. All that
Out
food
in
I had was
Paul, it used to be Ruby Tuesdays, a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we had drinks, we left, they delivered our food to somebody else, and then they
Yeah.
came back, they
Yes.
left it on their table, came back 3-4 minutes later, oh, we made a mistake, we didn't want it.
That's set at the guy's tables behind us. And I knew it was our dinner. And then a little bit later, the waitress comes back and says, hey, this is not ours. So she takes it, goes back in the kitchen and comes back out with it. I said, was that what you just gave them? Well, yeah, it's okay. You didn't touch it.
I know.
No, yeah, right. Neither did I, and neither will I.
Andrew, try the one I emailed you. There's numbers and stuff in that one also. So hopefully that works. It worked the last time. Oh, I think we might have been using Skype the last
Probably.
time
Right.
Andrew joined
was he here?
us. It was a long time ago, so it was. Hey,
Skype.
no worries, Andrew. It could have been on Skype. It was a long time ago when we had Andrew on.
Yeah.
So, but
Skype sucks. I hate Skype.
well, it was definitely a resource hog. Let me tell you, a resource hog. I'm on Zoom, but it just won't accept that link. Huh.
You got that right, Jim.
Strange.
Time to leave the restaurant.
The one I emailed you also, Andrew. I just emailed you another invite.
Oh, we went into Old Sacramento too. I had to find some stuff for my grandkids and my kids and my wife. Walked into a taffy shop.
And your two prospecting buddies, right?
Walked into a candy shop, and they had barrels of taffy. You got this little wood basket and just started throwing. I had a variety. I brought home, I forget what it was, like 5 pounds of taffy. It's gone, and I've only ate like 8 pieces.
I bet that dog ear has been eating it all, huh?
Yeah. My
yeah.
2 dog daughters and my dog wife. They're all like, ooh, taffy, and there's caramels in it too. I said, yes, there's caramels in there too.
If you ever want good taffy, Dano, there's a place down on the wharf in Morro Bay, California.
Peter Point.
Morro Bay, California. They pull saltwater taffy right there. Could catch red snapper and have saltwater taffy too.
They even had Dano balls flavored taffy.
Ooh. Someone ban that troll.
That number troll.
Brian, you're just not nice.
Hello, Brian. Hope
Hello,
all
Brian.
is well in AK.
Dude, call in. Luke's not even here yet.
You're not even here.
Shame on him. He's probably at work working on race cars or funny cars or something.
I can't. He gave his wrench back, Jared.
All right. Looks like Andrew made it. There he is. He got on his phone.
I'll see if he can get a mic going here.
Looks like it's trying to work.
Connecting. Oh, got it back. There. Say hello.
There you go. You should be live.
You can hear us, right? Can't hear you. Right.
I don't hear him. He's not muted either.
Hey, Robert Ferguson, what's up?
And oh yeah, super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Robert. Good seeing our OC brothers in the house.
There he's trying again. Get him another mic going here.
Oh, he's on his phone.
Got a check mark. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
now
now
unmute it.
hit your mic
He's
again.
muted now.
Now just
Now you're muted.
you got to unmute.
You got to unmute now. We can't hear you.
Unmute your mic. See it down there in the left corner?
Now?
Now.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got you.
Finally. Wow, that was an effort.
That was always an effort.
Oh, he's all going.
All right.
Going
Now-
great.
Now, if you could do us a favor and turn your phone landscape.
Lay it on its side.
There you go.
Oh.
Now we can almost see you
Almost.
a little more. There you go.
Excellent.
Good.
I'm glad you
Alright.
made it. Good morning down in the land down under, Andrew.
Good morning. How are we all?
Okay. How are you?
Better. So I had a bit of I went out last night to a geology night. And they were talking about the Bathurst area where I live back in the Ice Age and how all the granites and the geology formed. So currently where we are today, that was 5 kilometers underground.
Wow.
Well, you know, that's something I never thought about. You guys had an ice age also? You had glaciers coming through?
So, and I say, don't correct me on somebody needs to correct me on the time scale. Going back about, I'm pretty sure it's about 4 million years ago, Australia was down at the North Pole.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
But according to the guy that I was listening to last night, the professor that was giving the talk, he was saying that there was actually no ice on Australia. Well, I don't know whether that's 100% right, because I say I've seen sediments that are from glacial movement here in this area. So, yeah, one
Could
of
it
those
be-
things I'm not 100% sure that what I heard last night was correct.
What could it be? What did he say was that caused the movements did he say? I mean, because it could be water too, right? Water moves rocks and boulders.
Yeah, well, most of the sediments around here are from erosion. But so there's just one specific layer of alluvium that's in between sandstone layers. And from what I'm told about from other geologists is that was actually from glacial movement. So that was all getting ground up by the glacial movement. But once again, this fellow last night said something different. So, but yeah.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, no, Australia started off down around the North Pole. That was when it was called Gondwana land. It was all one big continent.
Right.
And then Australia sort of moved away and started moving northwards. Sorry, I'm saying the North Pole. Still
South Pole.
South Pole. I'm still like I've only just not long woken up. Took a heap of medication last night and I've had a really good sleep in, but unfortunately I've slept in like an hour too long.
It's all right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
apologies.
We're just glad you're here now, Andrew.
I'm sitting, I
Yeah,
said to Beth,
Pangea. That's when all the continents were actually one
Pangea.
Pangea, right?
Yep.
One big, and then it split up and moved apart as we are still doing. You know,
Yes.
you know so yeah.
Yeah, so Australia is still moving northward at about 1.6 inches a year. So it's still moving up towards the equator, up towards the North Pole.
Following the magnetic lines, I'll bet we all are. So we're all gonna get sucked into the North Pole and shot back out the South Pole and start over again.
Well, who knows? They're talking about the poles reversing again.
Oh
whether
yeah,
that
it'd be a
Done it.
flip.
They've done Well, here, when they had that big earthquake in Japan, was that 5, 6 years ago, whatever it was?
Yeah, yep.
That big earthquake, that earthquake actually shifted the earth. I think they said a degree.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
our polar cap or the North Pole is slowly heading towards Siberia now, also on the
Okay.
move. And like you said, we tilted another degree
Just from that earthquake.
just from that earthquake. I just hope it's a slow and gradual flip. Just think if it just choo.
Well, think about this, Ed. If it was slow and gradual, we would have known about it happening before. At this point, we're just guessing. So I'm thinking it's going to be just a flip and we're all going to start over again.
We might, because that'd
No.
be like natural disaster after natural disaster, and
All at once, destroying
Yeah.
everything.
I tell you what, if you're good at programming, there'd be a good job there reprogramming all the satellites for GPS.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
We probably have to
GoPro,
start-
rug pull.
We would probably have to start learning how to make flint arrowheads and knives and stuff all over again, and come up with a bow and arrow.
You know what? That
Our
last
toilets would
event,
swirl the
that
opposite
could
way.
happen.
Our toilets would turn the opposite way.
Oh, wow. We'd be going clockwise.
We flipped over.
No, counterclockwise. We go clockwise. You go counterclockwise, right? We go clockwise. We flip
We're
over.
talking water
Maybe-
training.
Well, here, check
Yeah,
this out.
yeah.
Maybe it's not 180 degrees. Maybe it's only 90 degrees. Then we're all screwed.
Oh,
Then we're all right on the equator.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing in the comments, but is anybody up for some gold porn?
Oh,
I don't, not in this group. Nobody likes gold porn here.
We'll have to pin you for that, Andrew.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
people want to see this.
They,
hang
they always, our crowd is always up for gold porn. You know that.
Yeah, that's what I
There
thought.
you go, you gold porno addicts.
GPO's right on there. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, that's just a small amount of alluvial collection. There's other stuff, but I haven't got it here with me. It's just stuff that I keep handy. And of course, we got this one.
That sounds a little chunkier.
I heard that.
Ooh,
That's handful of stuff.
nugs.
Pieces like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Sorry about the shakes, though. I've got the shakes. That's part and parcel of what I've gone through at the moment.
My address is 1361 Ohio.
P.O. Box 130, Delphus, Ohio.
Jeez, you was a red hot, like straight away.
Says that's it. Work it. Work it.
A little to the left now. Turn your head.
In postage, just send it all everywhere.
Oh man, that would kill you. That much postage? Holy crap.
Now, was talking about postage. If I can get a few of these over to you guys can distribute them if you like.
Oh, yeah.
Do a
absolutely.
giveaway or do whatever you like. So I've got a few of these.
Absolutely. Oh, heck yeah, dude.
So yeah, I'll send a few over to Ed, and you guys can do what you like with them. But
I got room on my dummy here for more stickers.
all right,
On my
I'll
mannequin there.
send you over.
All full
a
of
few and
stickers.
you can work out what you're going to do with them amongst yourselves. So what's
Very
been
nice.
happening, guys? We're all a bit scattered. I'm a bit scattered at the moment. What's been happening over there?
Well, just
A lot of crap.
a lot of crap. A lot of crap.
Without talking too much political BS,
Yeah.
a lot of BS.
Yeah,
a lot of BS.
I just got home
We
from
thought that you guys were having a tough time with what was going on, but suddenly all of a sudden it just turned 90 degrees. It's just flipped. Things are weird right now.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Pretty much all over too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
But before you joined us, Dana was just spent 9 days, 10 days,
13.
Close to
13.
2 weeks in California.
Yeah, in the motherlode of California with some very good YouTuber friends of ours, and
That's good. Nice work, Dano.
Nice to get away. Found a few chunks of gold.
Oh, awesome. You got them there?
Ed's got a picture of me he was showing everybody earlier. Maybe he'll put it back up and you can see it.
yeah.
Cool. I'll
yeah.
flick you my address and you can mail it over.
Hey, do a swap. Hey, Daniel, do a swap for that one.
Let's do a swap here. Let's do a swap.
Hi, Jessica. My daughter's in the house, in the chat room.
Jesse
Hello.
or Jessica. Sorry, Jesse.
Jessica.
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 Yeah.
Jessica.
Wasn't she the little girl from Rugrats?
You know, my son couldn't say Jessica when he was little, so he called her Kaka.
All right, go. You've been petted enough for tonight. Well, you want to go outside? Want to go outside? Let's go.
David Villa says it's been hotter than hell in California. He's in the fires and some floods. Floods brings gold down, guys, so you should be happy with that. Fires help with gold as long as no one gets hurt. I hate seeing whole towns go up in smoke.
All right, now they're also having trouble with drought in like Nevada. Lake Mead is almost empty. Well, that's exaggeration.
I thought they were getting more water.
Yeah, that's it. The water they just got kept it from going any lower.
Wow.
Oh, hopefully they'll have a
for that
really
period.
good monsoon season. So,
Well, and then at the same time, Vegas is flooding.
Well, I was going to say, I just watched the video here yesterday about a storm that hit Death Valley, and the guy did a drive, and I don't know what the road is, but he started out, it wasn't too bad, and then there was just sections of road that were just literally gravel all the way across the road.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that must have been a huge storm.
Well, I think I think that might have been Yosemite, Yellowstone Park.
no, Death Valley guy hit really bad too.
Oh, didn't they? Oh, okay.
Tore up some roads. There's a guy who owns a gold ghost town up there.
Right.
Yeah.
It destroyed his road.
Yep.
That's what I saw. Yeah, I actually watched him. That's that guy that's living in that abandoned ghost town.
Oh, yeah.
Famous ghost town too.
Yeah, Cerro Gordo.
Cerro Gordo, yes.
That one.
But I kept hearing about before my flight came home Tuesday, I kept hearing that in Arizona they had floods. I thought, are they going to reroute me to another airport? But no, where the airport was at wasn't hit that hard, but they got flooded too in spots.
So the name of the video is Death Valley is Wrecked, and it's by Superfast Matt. It's had 1.8 million views already.
Yeah, Jeff said it got hit hard last week, Death Valley.
I could not believe it. Like, I'm watching this and I'm going, like, I know that this area doesn't get a lot of rain, but I'm looking at the physical amount of gravel that's on the road, and in parts of it, the road's gone. There was that much water, and it must have been moving that fast. It's just stripped the tar, all the road base, everything is just gone. Like, that is a tremendous amount of water to fall in an area that doesn't receive that kind of rain.
Right.
Yes, it's never good.
No,
never good. And that's why I always have a problem with people who think that we can actually do anything to this planet where the planet is not going to heal itself. We sometimes think of ourselves, we're so arrogant that we can literally affect what Mother Nature can do. You know, if you leave a spot, you leave a town, a city, big city, small city, you leave it alone for less than a year, it's gone. It's been taken over. It's been taken over, knocked down by, you know, Mother Nature.
Yep.
And then 1,000 years from now, 2,000 years, you won't even know it was there. 3,000 years, you know. So yeah.
Not even.
I watched that dumb series. Well, it wasn't really a dumb series, but it was a series. What was it called? Life After Humans.
Mhm.
You ever watch that on Discovery? I think. Yeah. So yeah,
Life After Man or something like that.
Yeah,
we are nothing.
yeah.
we're a tiny little speck in this whole thing.
And I agree with you, Jesse. Once man goes too far, Mother Earth, you know, Mother Nature would just say, enough's enough.
Yeah, you know, throw up on us, or, you know, poop us out, something.
Well, I mean, it's been happening for millions of years, ever since the creation of Earth.
Right.
There's always a balance. I mean, as far as you can push it one way, it'll always push back. Who was it? Was it Einstein that always said for every action, there's a reaction?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same for what we do. Every time we do something, there is a reaction. And I say,
Equal or greater reaction.
It's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yep. So
anything you do, you will create an equal and opposite reaction.
So maybe what's happening is Mother Nature is starting to bring that balance back. Like she's starting to push the other way.
Right.
Once we've screwed it up enough, she'll push back.
Yep.
Either spank us or destroy us.
Yeah, you know, it's some people don't believe it, but you've only got to look at what's happening around the world, and you've got to say, well, is that really related, or is it just purely coincidental? Well, me personally, I think it's related. I think they've got to come to a stage where if you've done so much that it starts to balance out, it tries to balance out again, because that's just the way it works.
Well,
you can't push so far in one direction and not have it push back.
Oh, right. That pendulum. Like one more pan says, the reaction can be good though. It's gonna be a reaction, good or bad.
One way or the other.
One way or another, and it's not gonna matter. It's just
yeah.
So at least we are next. Yes. You know, I always go in my mind, I wonder how many times we've been here. How many times has human beings been on this planet? Who knows?
Well, it's a funny thing. Like they were having this talk last night, and they were talking about how long people have been here. One of the what they believe to be one of the oldest human-made structures on Earth is here in New South Wales. Now it's at Brewarrina, and it's called the Brewarrina Fish Traps. Now, they're a stone fish trap built into the river, and they believe, or some people believe, that they are the oldest man-made structures in the world. That predates everything.
And you know what's funny? Tomorrow they'll find another one. That's the oldest, because they keep finding more. This is the oldest, the oldest writings, and then they'll find, oh, well, this is like 1,000 years older. So again, how many times have we tried this? How many times have humans been destroyed? I mean, you can even look at it in the religious form with the flooding. You know, I think the flooding happened, and we were all wiped out except for a few.
Yep,
that may happen again. You know, when we get too much of a burden for Mother Nature, says, that's too many. Shake some of these fleas off.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, you know. And here's the funny part. You can't prove it or disprove it.
No,
that's exactly what's fun.
I'll tell you what, though, if I could time travel, I'd love to go back and look at the Inca civilization. I mean, they played with this stuff. You know, they played with gold all the time.
Right.
That's just one period in time I'd love to go back and have a look at.
Oh yeah, the Inca Empire or even the Aztec Empire.
Yeah, the Aztecs. I mean, the abundance of gold that they had there available was just incredible. And I mean, their metallurgical skills, like to be able to shape the gold and use it and form. I mean, I know it's the most malleable of metals, but they still had an incredible skill set to be able to take these metals and use them as decorative or everyday tools. I think, you know, gold for the most part has always been used as decorative.
Well, look, even, you know, gold, absolutely, you know, they were able to work with gold, but think of the way they were able to work with buildings, with building blocks, 10-ton stones that we can't even pick up right now. With the equipment we have now, we can't even move half the stuff they were moving around. Yeah. You know, so like, where's that technology at? You know, how is that possible?
It's like going back to the days of Egypt. You know, imagine if you could travel back, because we've got all these books that they go, you know, we hypothesize that this is how they built it. Imagine traveling back to that period when they were building it, standing there and going, of course. That's
of course, absolutely. Yeah, duh. Yeah. Well,
so we've all got these wild ideas on how things were done, but no, like you said, we don't actually know. Nobody knows.
Right. So now, like like we're talking about Egypt now at this point, I guess. You look at the hieroglyphics, and people have always asked, well, how did they make these things? How did they cut this stone? And it's all actually right there. You see their hand tools. You see the tools that they use. You know, if you look at any of the diagrams of the hieroglyphs on some of this stuff, and you can see the actual tools that they were using.
I'm not saying there was aliens, but
well, I'm not saying it was aliens. But and then there's that too. I mean, come on, we're missing something. And it's probably right in front of our face. We're just not seeing it. You know, we're missing something.
I agree with that.
You know, there's some of these. Do you think we could build Stonehenge the way it is right now? We don't have the equipment. That's crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. We've got an old, and I say this road was built back in the gold rush days. So it goes from Bathurst to Hill End. And it was built by convicts and townspeople and all that. And they did it by hand. They did it with shovels. They did it with picks, axes, and all that.
Yep.
A couple of years ago, we had a landslide. Part of that road got knocked out off the side of the hill, and the local council got over a civil engineer from Germany, and they wanted to look at reopening the road. And this guy said, "No, we can't do it." And I'm thinking, so we built this road by hand back before we had all this technology and machinery and all that. Today, we've got it all, and we can't fix it. Now, does that not say that we're taking a lot of steps backwards? If we can build a road on a cliff hundreds of years ago.
We're missing something. We're not seeing something that's, and I'm guessing it's going to be such an obvious thing that we're all going to be going, I could have had a V8.
Right.
You know, that blows my mind.
Well, maybe it's like we get to a point where we're getting so technically advanced, we believe that we're actually de-evolution. You know.
I don't think we're near as tough as we were back in those days.
Oh no, I think
no.
I think what people today would go through 100, 200 years ago would kill them today.
Yes.
We had that discussion up there when I was in California. Well, do you think they took midday naps? I said, hell no, they worked. I said, they ain't like us. I said, if they were down there working today and we went down to work with them, we'd said, stop, take a break. They'd say, you're fired, get out of here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
And when they said sun up to sun down, that's exactly what they meant.
Right, they
You
work,
got- yeah, and then you got maybe 15 minutes to eat your lunch
right.
if you had a lunch,
And they stack those rocks. There's walls of rock where they stack those rocks.
right?
The river to get to the bottom of the river to get to the gold. And the ones that were too big, they had like weighted tripods. They were lifting them and swinging them out.
Yep.
Those people worked. They worked their butts off.
Yeah.
What's the necessity is the
Eagle Eye,
mother of all
Eagle Eye
invention.
Prospector.
Right.
Andrew, Eagle Eye Prospector is saying hi to you. Wants to know how you're doing.
I'm good. As I said, had a big night last night, a little bit hard on the recovery this morning. What I can say is I'd be a lot worse if it wasn't for the support of the prospecting community all around the world.
They are such a great community, aren't they?
It has literally blown me off my feet.
I bet.
So I'm just getting a little bit emotional about it. Because I never really thought that I had that big of an impact. Like I just thought I was the average YouTuber that went out and did gold videos and showed at the end of the day what you get and all that kind of thing. So I just felt like I just slotted in with the crowd. But since all this has happened, all these people that I do not know have just come out of the woodwork and offered their support and said, we want to thank you for everything you've done for us. It's like, well, hang on. I haven't done it.
Right.
And they're like,
Well,
no,
I think what you'll find is that this is a huge community that is very, very tight.
Yeah.
They care and look out for each other. It's like, I'm not gonna say it's like no other, but it's one I'm proud to be part of,
Oh, it has been a deeply humbling experience for myself because I have had to take a really big step back. Because at the start of this, I've got to just do a bit of a spiel here because Kim and Robert Critchley, which are in Florida, they've been following me for years. They asked me to allow them to actually do the GoFundMe page. And I said, I don't want a GoFundMe page. Like I'm not a charity case. Okay, it's just an unfortunate thing that's happened to me, and I don't really think I need that kind of thing. But all of a sudden, all these messages were coming in. Can you please set up a GoFundMe? We'll want to be able to help. And it's like, you got to give in to the tide. Like I said, you get pushed so far and eventually it pushes back. Well, it pushed back. And I said, okay,
right. Absolutely.
Robert, Kim, can you please set up that GoFundMe because people want to help? And with that, it just a tidal wave just come in of all these people that wanted to help. And it's like, I had no idea. And then the messages started coming and it was just overwhelming. It truly was overwhelming. But we are a very, very tight community.
Oh yeah. Don't mess with us though. Don't be in this community and try to get over on us either. Because as much love as we give our community members, we can be just the opposite, because I guarantee you every person in this chat room, everyone that's watching this video are lurkers. Oh, hi lurkers. I forgot to say hi to our lurkers. They're important too. Every one of them care about the community, the individual. I'm sure you've gotten more response than you had any idea you were going to get, and that's, and I'm sure throughout over the years of you doing YouTube, you've come to times where, I don't want to do this no more, but somebody will say something and go and just get you right back in the, oh yeah, I still want to do this. That person made me feel good. I want to do it again. And that's what, yeah. Eagle Eye Prospector says, Andrew, I learn a lot from you about prospecting. Thank you so much. We all do. Anybody that watches
Eagle Eye, mate, you're more than welcome. And I only wish that at some stage in the future, I'm going to be able to get back out onto the creeks. I just don't know. At this stage, I don't know.
You can only do what you can do on today.
Well,
know?
the reality is you have stage 4 cancer. The
Yep.
the best you could do is live life to the fullest while you can.
Yes.
The best you can.
Yep.
You're like one more pan Derek says, much love and respect, Andrew. You've have touched people on a global scale, Andy, with stuffs like your picking up challenge, your get the lead out challenge and stuff you do. The education you bring people on prospecting ethics and stuff from an Australian point of view. I've always enjoyed your videos and learn about prospecting in your area. One day, hopefully, God willing, I'll get down there. But yeah, you blessed a lot of people with your knowledge and your attitude and your outlook on life, and it's always been a pleasure having you part of the Flash fam, Andy.
I love being there, even though I'm an hour late. I love being
Hey, the only person that gets crap for being late is Ert Radio.
Right, right.
Everybody else is fine. Ert Radio will always get crap for being late because he is Ert Radio. He's everybody though.
I'd say it's just so truly, it's heartwarming. Like I say, it's, you just plod along as a YouTuber and you don't expect these things to happen. And then all of a sudden it does. And you've got to somehow, you've just got to go, okay, I've got to let this happen. I can't say, no, I don't want it. Because it just overwhelms you. You can't stop it. It's like a flood. It's like a wave that just comes over top of you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And it's like, I've got to accept this. I've got to accept that people want to help. I've got to accept that people do care.
Right.
Even though I've never met them in person, even though I've never, a lot of these people, I've read their name for the first time and gone, oh my God. This person's messaged me and said, you've pulled me out of a dark place because I was in a really horrible spot. And I watched a couple of your videos and you give me the enough get up and go to want to go out and live life again. It's like, I never thought of my videos like that. I never did.
Well, well, of course, because you're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it because you like doing them. You like what you're doing. And that's what the people see. The fact that what you're putting out is yourself. They see that, they learn from you, and they love it. I mean, just.
And you're genuine.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that's because like I said earlier, this is a great community, but don't try to scam, don't try to be what you're not, because they'll call you out quicker than boom, 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 You're
really good at that. Like people that get on YouTube and try and pull a Swiftie, people see straight through them.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't come from backgrounds of, universities and things like that. We are just your average people. But I tell you what, when it comes to people that try and pull Swifties over us, we can see straight through you. I mean, that's just human nature. And I say, you guys say I just come across as being myself. Well, I can't help it. That's just who I am. I could never, like YouTube always used to say to me, write a script, do a storyboard and all that. And that way you've got a set plan. That never works.
Yeah, we tried to do that ourselves when we first started.
Don't work for us either.
Okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we did a little practice, and it doesn't feel right. Yes, and he did say a Swiftie. I caught that too, Jared.
So did I, Mr. Lodak.
It's I don't know if you know, that's an inside joke.
I'm not sure if you know Scott Swiftwater Tony, but
no,
We call him
yeah.
Swifty.
No, you've got to let me in on the joke now.
But yeah, I thought that was funny, Mr. Lodak.
And just another thing, I say you just never know who's been watching and the effect that you have on people. I had somebody contact me and say, I want to send you something because it meant a lot to me through their profession, and it give them strength a lot of the times when they wanted to give up. I say this is really hard. So this is from a New South Wales police officer. I'm not going to mention any names because he shouldn't have really sent this to me.
Yeah.
But he sent me that. And he said, you know, whenever you feel like you can't, go on. He said, you grab that patch and give it a rub. He said, because it got me through. So if you're watching, thank you very much, because that means a lot.
I'm sure it does.
Yep.
You know, that's the other thing too. We're just talking about this community, not only as a really caring community, but it's a very diverse community. There's people that you're friends with now online and stuff that you chat with that you would probably never even think about talking in real life to each other, because you're like totally different type of people. You run in different crowds for the most part, but here you get on YouTube and you're interested in this, you know, they're interested in gold, you're interested in gold, you come together. Because I've met people that I know I would never have any conversations with outside of this, outside of the gold prospecting, the treasure hunting community. I've met plenty of people that I know I wouldn't have anything, you know, any relationship with. But the treasure hunting, gold prospecting community, they're so tight. They're just so tight. It's, yeah.
One of my beliefs, I mean, this is something that, you know, stuck with me for life, is you treat everybody the same. So if you you don't treat the CEO of a company any different to the janitor that works there.
Right.
They are equal. They are people. They're no different. A title is a title. It's not the person. So you treat everyone the same. And it goes for life. If you're a horrible person and you treat people horribly, you're going to get that back. But if you're genuine and you want to help people, and you want to help people for the right reasons, it comes back. And hey, I'm a perfect example that as much as I tried to stop it, I couldn't. People just wanted to help.
So you know, it's I don't know if it's particularly the prospecting community, or if it's just in general the YouTube community, because I've noticed that not just in prospecting, because I watch a lot of other types of YouTube videos, right, and watch how people are doing and just weird stuff. Like right now, my wife and I, we've gotten into watching people cut grass. I've mentioned it a couple of times. They're ASMRs, but I watch this one guy, and I'm going to shout him out because he's an awesome character. He lives in Florida, and he goes around and does lawn care for elderly, handicapped people, poor, vacant places, and he does it all for free. He's just 2 months ago started a nonprofit that he calls Clean the City. So this guy in 2 months, because of what he's doing, and it's just so much fun to watch him, and he's so funny, he's entertaining, and he does an awesome job of cutting people's yards. He does it for free. He's got almost 90,000 people watching him. He's got money coming in. He doesn't even work anymore. I don't think he's working now. I think he's just doing this. His YouTube channel is just blown up. And we watched live with him yesterday. That was a little boring because it's long setups, but you'll get better, I'm sure.
Yeah.
where people are just sending him money, for.
Well, they're sending it to the.
They're sending it to his
nonprofit.
nonprofit, which I'm going, wow, that's a good idea, So, but awesome dude. It's I don't want to like I said, his name is AP. His channel is Clean the City. He's in Florida. Awesome dude. Thousands of views in hours. It's just incredible how fast he's got. And there's guys in Australia doing the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys in Australia doing the exact same thing, and they're all over the country. It's awesome.
Yep.
Really, and that's another tight-knit community. I think it has something to do with YouTube. I don't know.
I say YouTube's a funny thing.
Yeah, it sure is.
I find it funny because there's different people that do YouTube for different reasons. Now, there's people that do it because they want to get, make a name for themselves. They want to be famous. They want to make a lot of money out of it.
Right.
I say this is just my perspective on it. So don't take it personally if you're one of these people that do it. They seem to be the people that fail. Because what they want out of it is money. They want quick and easy money. That's not what YouTube is. To me, it's not. When I started YouTube, the only reason I did it was so that I could share my outings with friends and family. So it was just nice and easy. Do a quick video. Yeah, this is where I was today. This is what I found. And you could just go bang, put it on, and people in Sydney or people in Darwin could watch it. And they go, oh, yeah, I know where you were today. And then all of a sudden it just sort of grew, and like more and more people. And it's like, I don't know any of these people, but hey, that's good. But it just seemed to happen. It evolved by itself.
Sure.
And then you sort of you get a bit of a push from Google, like Google saying, if you do this and you do this, you're going to get a lot more subscribers. It's like, well, that's not what I did. That's not why I was doing this. I wasn't doing it for that reason. So you push back a bit and you go, well, I don't want to do that.
Right. Yeah, it's you gotta to really grow. You gotta grow organically, like this channel. I mean, we're growing. It's not snap. Yeah, it's a slow process. Those guys that grow really quick with no content don't last. This guy, well, and then his partner Al, they go out once a week and do free lawn care. They have a business, so it's not about money for them. It's about, like with AP, both of them actually, it's about helping the community, their community, clean up the yards, help out the people that need help, so yeah, it's just I think it's a YouTube community, whatever niche you're in, is really tight like that. I mean, you go to any type subject and you start watching some YouTuber doing it, and you'll see that the same thing is happening with them. Whatever it is, car care, whatever, fishing, any of those sports, those types of things.
Yep.
Just crazy. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's good. I catch myself, spending an hour and a half just watching random videos.
Right.
And you do, like, sometimes you look at a video and you go, well, that'll be the last time I watch that creator, because it's clickbait. It's absolute rubbish. And you just go, well,
right, exactly. Oh, I run into those too all the time. You click on it, you go,
look, and it's like a 2-minute video, and you'll go, and you'll watch it again, and you go, that's really good. That's a really good video. It's made really well. It's nice and simple. It's not overcomplicated, and it's from the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Andrew, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Your hypothetical.
Got a hypothetical question for you.
Oh, here we go. This will be good.
If there were no limits, no rules, you had red carpet anywhere.
Money with no object.
Money with no object. Red carpet treatment. Anywhere that your heart desires.
The treasure hunt.
where would you want to go treasure hunting?
Come on, say
I'm gonna
Ohio.
the first place that comes to mind is Russia.
Russia. Why Russia? They
Um,
got gold there too. They got a lot of
Platinum
gold.
too.
Oh
they
yeah.
do, but Russia has got some of the most beautiful, spectacular, unexplored, well, I mean, reasonably unexplored country in the world. I'd love to go somewhere that I've never been before and possibly nobody else has been before. I'm an explorer. I just love getting out and seeing something completely new.
Right.
So if the red carpet was rolled out and money was no object, anything like that, it would probably be the remotest part of Russia that I could find.
Nice. You'd have to build and buy a teleporter. You could do that. But that's okay, right? Just as long as you got to. Yeah, it does have there's a what mountains is that running through Russia? Is it Swiss Alps? Not sure. All right, you geologists out there.
Swiss Alps is between Switzerland and Italy.
Okay, then that's not that. I don't know what mountain range that is.
Michael, come on. Spit it.
Okay. Come on, Michael. You know it. You know everything.
So we're talking down along the border there.
Is that like the Himalayas? No, that's Mongolia.
That'd be China.
Mongolia.
Yeah,
The Ural Mountains.
Yeah, we're talking about Nepal and Bhutan and places like Istanbul.
Okay, well,
So the next
Russia does
big.
border Mongolia. It's only Mongolian in Russia. I can't understand it.
No, there
maps.
Bill and Dennis say it's the Ural Mountains.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I follow a couple of
Thank you, Top Cat.
Thank you. Yeah, I follow a couple of Russian prospectors. And some of the places they go is just spectacular. Like,
Oh, I bet.
yep.
Okay.
Now, to me, Australia would probably have some spectacular scenery and places to go check out. Also,
We do. I mean, it's like anything. If you actually think about it, everywhere in the world has spectacular spots.
oh yeah,
And you just got to be privy enough to have somebody that'll tell you about them. Because it's a bit saying that whole prospecting thing. It's a bit secretive. Like a lot of people go, "Oh, I don't want you to go to that spot because it's pristine, it's beautiful." Well, hey, that's where I am now. I don't want people to go to. Bye. I don't want people to go and
have a good day.
That's wife Beth heading out the door. Yeah, look, but everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go in the world, there are beautiful spots.
Oh yeah, that's why that's one of the things that I always say too. Look, you want to explore the world, start with your country first.
Yes.
Explore your own country first. I've been all over the United States, hitchhiking for a few years, and I saw many beautiful things in this country, and I want to see them again. Slept under the stars in the Grand Canyon. Been stuck in Donner Pass, and just all over. It's just
You got great
you gotta
memories.
see your own country first.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I say one of the other things, like I say, I follow a lot of Italian prospectors.
Mm-hmm.
They've got some beautiful country there.
Oh yeah, Italy again, another beautiful country. Absolutely.
Couple in
It's
Istanbul.
a beautiful. Hey, this is a beautiful planet.
It is, and we've only got one.
That's the only one we got. Yeah.
Only one we've got.
Okay, I have another question in the crowd from the crowd. Uh, have you ever had to box a kangaroo for a nugget?
Not for a nugget, but no, I have had fisticuffs with a kangaroo. Yes.
Oh, really? Tell us about it.
Oh well, if you happen to inadvertently, box a kangaroo into a corner, like any animal, like self-defense, they'll come at you and come at me. So I've had one knock me off a motorbike. I parked, chased all these kangaroos, and I parked in the gateway, and one of them come back around, come along the fence line, sort of come at me, and I'm sitting sideways on the bike, and it just put its foot on the foot peg and sent me flying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so not for gold. No, I haven't had to box one for gold. I had plenty of snakes. I've had heaps of snakes just go between my legs as I've been panning along the creek. Same thing. If you just leave them alone. Sorry?
A pit snake?
A pit
Is that
snake.
what you said? What did you say? What kind of snake?
Plenty of snakes.
Oh,
Plenty.
plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said plenty.
Okay.
And most of those down there are vipers, aren't they? Everything in Australia is poisonous, right?
Most of the politicians there are about the most poisonous thing they've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're worldwide too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all over the place.
Ohio
Nice.
Relic Hunter says, we poked a bear in the US and they fisticuff ruse down under. But
Yeah. But there's normally 1 or 2 deaths a year from kangaroos.
Really?
oh, they well, yeah, they got sharp claws too. They got long nails, don't they?
They're rear claws. What they'll do is they'll come in, they'll stand up on their back tail, and they'll lift their legs, and they'll just strike down the front of you, and they'll open you up.
Oh.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, and their nails are or their claws are like 2-3 inches long. They're not
Yeah.
short little things. They're long. They're deadly things. Yeah, you
that's
don't.
scary.
But yeah, there's normally 1 or 2 deaths a year from kangaroo strike, where I say what they do is they'll rear up on their back tail, they'll balance, and they'll just strike with their back legs, and they're very, very powerful, and they'll just strike down the front of you, and they'll cut you open. They're renowned for drowning dogs. So what they'll do is if they have water nearby, they'll go into the water, and if a dog comes after them, they'll grab the dog and they'll hold it underwater and they'll drown them.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
That's another
we
thing
have
that-
we have a we have an animal that does that here too.
Yeah.
A raccoon will do that to a hound dog.
Really?
Yeah. You don't let your dog go in after a raccoon in the water. He'll get up, he'll crawl right up on top of him and drown him. Oh yeah.
No,
They're not yeah, animals aren't dumb.
no, well, they've had
No,
millions
so
of
we
years
got
to
Jeff.
evolve.
Jeff Smith says good night. He's gonna take off now. He'll watch the rest of the show later.
Night. Have a good one.
Yeah, Jared says he's watched a video of a kangaroo drowning a dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I suppose you guys heard of a bird called a cassowary?
Yes. I have.
They are probably one of the most deadliest birds in the world.
They
We only
look.
find them in the top half of Australia, but yeah,
They look.
they,
You picture them. They look mean.
yeah, they are. They're a pretty mean bird. They claim a few lives every year, unsuspecting people.
They just
They're pretty
attack.
savage.
They just
Sorry?
attack.
They just attack you. They just go around
Yep.
attacking.
Same thing, big claws. They can rip you open pretty quick.
Wow.
Very territorial.
Just trying to get the light a bit better. Is that a little bit better?
You were fine a minute ago. No, you're good. You're fine. You're a little shiny with that white shirt, but
Yeah.
outdoor influencer, welcome. Now I watched a video the other day of a kangaroo had a headlock on like a Great Dane, right? And this guy come up there, must have been his dog. Punched him. And literally went up and punched the kangaroo, and the kangaroo just stood there going, "What?" Like it stunned him. So I guess they can't really take a punch or what. Yeah, he let go of the dog, and the guy grabbed his dog, and they took off.
Yeah, probably that guy's probably lucky the kangaroo didn't latch hold of him.
Well, like I said, he had a hold of the dog. He had he had a headlock on this dog, right? Yep. And he just walked up and just cocked him with a hard right. Kangaroo didn't fall, but the head went back. He let go of the dog. The dog took off running, and the guy walked away. And the kangaroo must have been shocked as hell because he just stood there, like what the hell just happened?
Yeah, I've seen that video a few times. It made it onto the news here when it happened.
Yeah. I saw it.
He's a lucky boy. Lucky the kangaroo didn't actually latch hold of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Because they move pretty quick too, don't they?
Yep.
They move really fast.
Yeah. Now those back legs are deadly.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, they're not and strong. Holy cow. They look like weightlifters. Their upper chest, they look like weightlifters. They got her.
Oh, and we've got that many different species. Like, we've got what they call potoroos, wallabies, kangaroos, wallaroos. So we've got everything that sort of ranges from that big up to about 7 foot tall.
Rock and Ore says there was a small gray kangaroo. If it was a red, it would have ripped him apart.
Yeah.
So the red ones must be the huge ones.
Yeah, whenever you see a picture of a really big, muscly kangaroo, it'll generally be a big red fella. And they, Central Australia, upper part of Australia, the greys in that middle, lower half of Australia. The red fellas live out in the middle, up in the top half.
They're weird looking animal anyways.
Yeah, they're strange.
That's funny. We get
GPU just put that video clip, the one I was talking about.
Yep.
The guy punches him. It's so funny though, because when I first saw it, it looked like the kangaroo was in shock. He just stood there like, what? He was in total shock. It was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
When Paulie come to Australia, and he come and visit us and stayed with us for a while, all Paulie wanted to do was get up close to a kangaroo, and I said to him, "Well, I've got just the spot I can take you." And I've got a whole heap of photos. I think I just held the shutter button down, and Paulie had this little paper bag with the food in it. And of course, what Paulie did was try and keep the food to himself. And that kangaroo knew that food was in the bag, so the kangaroo's just gone, "Oh." Scratch marks down his face and all that. And in the end, he just had to give him the bag because the kangaroo just mauled him until he got the food.
Oh, jeez.
But
Paulie got beat up by a roo.
Yep.
Took his lunch money.
That mugged him for the food. Yeah, it definitely did mug him.
I'm gonna write him about that next time we talk to him. I heard you had your lunch money stolen from a roo.
Oh, well, if he denies it, I've got the photo evidence.
Okay. We have pictures.
Oh yeah, we've got extra pictures.
He wants a pet kangaroo.
Yeah.
No, but that was one of the Paulie wished for, so we fixed that up for him.
So you guys, I mean, it's in Australia, just about everything there will kill you, right? Snakes, dogs, kangaroos, lizards. What type of pets do you guys have? Do you have dogs and cats?
I've got a cat.
I know it's a stupid question, but it just popped in my head.
I got cats.
Cats.
Yeah,
Oh, you have some. you guys don't have dogs? I mean, here dogs are like king.
I did. My last dog was a German Shepherd. She ended up with hip dysplasia, and we had to take it for
Yeah.
a trip to the vet.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. It's a very hard thing because they become very much a part of your family.
Yep.
It's always hard to say goodbye, but you've got to do the humane thing. You can't let them live in pain and agony. It's no quality of life.
Right.
You got to do the right thing.
Cruel. It's cruel to the animal. The
Right.
quality of life is gone.
Right.
You know,
Ohio Relic Hunter
it's
says
on you.
Aussie house cats, saber-toothed tigers.
What I will add is I am a responsible cat owner. Our cat does not go outside. So it doesn't get out and it doesn't eat lizards, it doesn't eat birds, it's actually terrified of birds. It's terrified of butterflies. But if you're going to own a cat, you've got to be responsible, like any pet. You've got to be responsible for it. So don't let your cats wander around at night, especially in Australia, because we've got all this wildlife that cats can just pounce on and eat. We're a responsible cat owner. People say it's cruel. Our cat doesn't know any different. He loves living inside.
Now here, like our cat, first of all, we couldn't even keep him in the house. He didn't want to be in the house. So he's fixed. But our cat goes out and kills mice.
Yep.
So he goes out in the field, by the tracks, out in the alley. And the problem is he brings them to the dog.
Yeah.
He brings them to the dog. I literally have gotten up in the morning to let the dog out, and there'll be 3 mice laying on the sidewalk in front of the steps. You know, so I have to get rid of them before the dog goes out, or she'll eat them.
Is that like a look what I've been doing. I've actually earned my keep. I've gone out and killed something. What have you done?
Something like that, yeah. Well,
Right. It's a gift. It's
Because-
an honor for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but I also tell the cat, you better earn your money. You better earn your keep in this house, or you ain't getting fed. I don't care about you. You just better keep the mice out. And he does.
He's a hunter.
So, you know, every place is different. And that, just the fact that we spay and neuter our cats is responsible cat ownership here, because like, especially where I live, we got railroad tracks a couple houses down, field next to it. So there's always mice everywhere. As long as we got our cat, and like I said, we couldn't keep him in the house. When he was a kitten, constantly trying to get out, I got tired of trying to keep him in, let him out.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm not gonna, because that would be cruel for him, for me to make him an indoor cat, and he's not. You know, he's burly boy. He wants to go outside and kill things.
He's a hunter.
He's a hunter. Yeah.
The type of
That's in
cat he-
nature. That's what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they do, right? Oh, I've gotten birds too. I find birds in front of the steps.
He brought one on the porch.
Yeah, right.
Here, look what I give you. Aren't you honored?
In Australia, they're a feral animal, right?
Yes.
Because I know the Aborigines hunt them down and eat them because there's so many of them. I've watched videos where they catch them in a bush, beat the snot out of them, and then eat them.
No.
Then the one old man is making like cat skin hats and
No.
stuff out of them.
No.
Dano, get out of your fantasy.
No, it's
No.
No,
That's
like
Dano's,
most
that's
of the
Dano's
things in the-
fantasy.
Oh, it's on YouTube. I can put links up. I've sat and watched it. That one dude, he kills hundreds of cats, turns them into hats, and like
No. Stop.
So
Listen.
our buddy, oh, he's pretty cat.
killing all the Australian animals, all the small animals.
Yeah.
So Ray Russo has a question for you, Andrew.
That is cats.
Yeah.
Ray wants to know if you know
he's
any of the
pretty.
guys from Outback Opal Hunters.
No.
No. Hey, we know Ray Russo. He was in Ice Cold. Was that Ice Cold Gold?
Oh, here's our cat.
Oh God.
Here's our cat.
There's our fat cat. Look at this big boy.
You make a nice
No,
That make a nice hat.
not gonna make a hat.
You've heard of that saying, haven't you?
Get out of you, it's okay.
I think somebody else is feeding him because he has gotten fat. Because we didn't give him, a thing. But
Yes.
he's either going to the neighbors or he's catching and eating a lot of mice.
You heard of that old saying?
Which one?
Neighborhood hats make good hats.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, the
everybody
other-
loves the
at the
cats.
moment, we've also got a pet magpie.
Now, have you ever heard one talk?
Magpies?
Yeah. Cat.
Sorry, cat's knocking things around. He's bulldozing. Surprisingly enough, yes, magpies do talk.
Yep.
But crows, or I
Crows
suppose what
too.
you call ravens, they
Uh-huh.
are one of the best talking birds you'll ever hear.
Oh yeah.
They
Of course,
mimic.
you have to split their tongue. That's the only problem.
I've
I know
heard
you
that.
didn't want to tell people that.
Heard that.
But yeah, if you split their tongue, they'll talk. You can teach them how to talk. That's
I
crazy.
reckon that's no wives' tale.
What was that?
An
I
old
reckon
wives'
that's no
tale.
wives'
I
tale.
don't know. My grandmother had a raven when I was growing up. She had a raven in Texas, and it talked. That's what she told me. With the tongue. Yep.
No, I reckon that's an old wives' tale.
Could be. I don't know. I know that they.
Okay, you're talking
Very
about ravens. Go ahead. I was gonna ask a question for Terry Curry.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot.
Andrew, what animals do you fear most?
What animals do I fear most? Animals do I fear? I don't
Drop
really.
bears?
No. Oh, I really want to say people.
Yeah.
Understandable.
They are the things that I fear most of people. I think animals don't have built-in hate,
Right.
whereas
Yeah.
people do.
Yeah, animals aren't gonna just attack you for no reason. They're gonna have a reason.
And I mean,
Either
9 times
fear-
out of 10, it's
either
still
fear or hunger. You
It's
know,
fear.
Pardon me.
I suppose, I'm trying to think if I really am afraid of an animal. I suppose if Beth was here, she'd say I'm afraid of bats.
bats.
Uh-huh. Don't like them.
No, they freak me out. Just don't like bats. I'm not scared of them. They just, well, actually, when we're on honeymoon, we don't ever ask my wife about the honeymoon because you get the whole story, and it's horrific. Yeah. So we did a caravanning honeymoon. We towed a caravan from Bathurst right up to Cooktown in the top half of Queensland. And on the way up, the car broke down. It actually did a head gasket at Cairns. And we stayed at Cairns for 7 days, and it was over Easter. So the caravan park we stayed in, they actually had these palm trees that had these fruit growing out of it. And I was just tall enough. Well, Beth was a little bit shorter, so she could walk out of the caravan over to the shower block, the amenities block, and it wouldn't worry this bat. But I was a little bit taller, and every time I walked under this tree, this fruit bat, would drop down, open its wings, and go woof, woof, right above my head. It would scare the living crap out of me.
Well, yeah, and fruit bats are huge.
Oh, this thing, like wing to wing, would have been over 6 foot. It was monstrous.
Yeah, I was going to say they
It was
got
like a-
a
like
huge wing.
Like a kelpie dog with wings.
Right,
Ugh.
right.
It's huge.
They're big. They're
Oh,
big.
oh,
They're-
I wouldn't like
I
that.
would say they're probably around the size. Here we have a screech owl, which is about 2.5 feet tall. It's a big bird, and it's got a huge wingspan.
You
Yep.
know that, don't you?
Oh yeah, screech. No, not those. Not those are little ones that were out there.
Yeah, but it's
But the screech, yeah, but the screech owl is huge. And when it takes off, it sounds like that. It's a
Yep.
and it flies over your head, man. That's scary as heck because it looks like it's big enough to pick you up. You know.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I suppose that. I mean, I'm not really scared of them. It's just that that's probably about the one thing that always used to, freak me out. But I suppose I'll
Well,
just
yeah,
carry
but
that.
like I said, when they take off, they make that loud swooshing noise.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. I've seen them in.
And it was
big
always at
close
the
fire.
night time, of course. It's when it's pitch black dark and you can't see what it is. You just hear the noise.
Right. Rockinor says flying fox. Yeah, and that's kind of what they look like. Their face looks like a fox face. The
Yep.
fruit
Flying
bat.
fox are a little bit smaller than the fruit bats.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Oh,
wait. That's a
fox.
different bat?
Rockin' or Dan, is that the red bat? Have they either got the reddish ginger colour on their chest? Is that them or not? The flying fox. I didn't think the flying fox was the big one. I thought it was the grey bat.
See, and I thought, is that a fruit bat also?
Well, fruit bats are small. Like fruit bats are, they got a wingspan probably, I don't know, probably 4 foot, maybe a bit bigger.
Well, that's what I thought a fruit bat was.
Maybe no, I think Dan might be right. It might be the actual flying fox, the big red ones.
Yeah, that's
They're the real big
what I'm
ones.
thinking of.
Yep.
The fruit bat is the big bat that looks like. Why is that still called a bat?
Yeah.
At
Like
that
you guys
point, it should be
talk
called a pterodactyl.
Right.
You guys are always talking about like everything in Australia wants to kill you. Well, I can go camping out the bush and I don't have any fear. Like I've got no fear at all about laying a swag on the ground and going to sleep in swag. But if I went over to America, not knowing anything about the country, well, not knowing a great deal about the country, I would be really thinking consciously about if I put a swag down, is there going to be a mountain lion or a bear or something that's going to come and get me? Because I hear a lot of stories about people being attacked by those things.
I guess
Well, they're
it
true.
all depends on what part of the country you're in.
Yeah.
Our part is more mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Do they have
Like
land
the
to bite?
blood right out of you.
Wake up anemic from all the mosquitoes that drained you.
No, we got them fellas too.
But like Washington, Oregon, Alaska, California, you could have mountain lion issues and bear. New England, in the Appalachia. So, yeah, I could understand where you're coming from. Then there's Sasquatch too, but
Yeah, no, we hear stories about their poisonous snakes, their killer kangaroos, their crocodiles, their ocean crocodiles and that. But here, all we got is what? Cats, bears, the Sasquatch. Oh, we got poisonous snakes too, but not all of them are poisonous.
But
Yeah, we have a few.
I have to go back to where Andrew talked about the human species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Out west, when I would pack my pistol into the woods of Washington, it wasn't really for animals.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
to protect me from a human element.
Yeah.
Most animals want to stay away from us anyways.
That's right.
You know,
Exactly right.
we stink. We make a bunch of noise. We're rowdy. We'll kill anything that comes in our view. Yeah, they don't want to be around us either.
For the most part, animals are predictable. Humans, on the other hand, are completely unpredictable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. You
And you can't pick a good one from a bad one by looking at it. That's the
Nope.
trouble.
Nope.
nope.
Yep. That's right.
So animals, we've really got nothing to fear from animals unless we're trying to do something wrong to the animal. 9 times out of 10, you leave it alone, it won't bother you in the slightest.
Right. Unless they have babies.
Unless they feel you're.
Unless you just happen to be around and all of a sudden they have babies, they want to
Yes.
protect them.
Yeah, you don't want to
Again, down to a natural
be
instinct.
between mama bear and baby bear. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
No.
But I mean,
Hey,
that
you don't want to.
go for
You don't want to be between mama human and baby human either.
Yeah,
That's kind
that's
of
true
given.
too.
Yeah, but yeah, I say humans, unfortunately, are probably the most untrusting things that I've ever come across.
Oh yeah.
And at the same time, they can be the most humble and wonderful things as well. So we can
Right.
we can be completely extremes. So yeah, you've just got to try and somehow nut out the good ones from the bad ones.
Yeah, we are a being of extremes. You know, we go the whole gambit from the meanest to the kindest. You know, the
Yeah.
nastiest to the best. We're
You know,
all we fit at all those. We are on the spectrum after all.
Somewhere on the spectrum.
Yeah.
If there was otherworldly beings out there and they're watching us, what do you reckon they'd think when they see
Turn around, they're screwed up. Don't stop there.
They're offended and crying.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'd want to make contact with us?
Yeah, would they want to?
I don't know. I think they'd go back to wherever they came from, you know.
Yep.
These guys are all effed up. You
How do you
know?
know they didn't plant us there and we're food?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm just waiting for enough to build to come back and harvest.
Well, some say they created us to mine gold. So.
Right, I've heard that too.
Maybe.
Or we could even be part of the recipe.
So
Maybe we want one big zoo. We're on this ball because we're put here, and
Right.
you know,
You just never
who
know.
knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
All those Darwin people will be out there going.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat, no intelligent life forms on this planet. Oh yeah, so many Twilight Zones happening.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We'll
Well,
do what we do.
yeah, we're into overtime.
Yep.
I know it's early for you, but it's late on our end.
We just ticked over midday.
Oh, did you? Oh, you still got the half day to go. Hey, what's the numbers for today? No.
So we've tried this before, and it just doesn't quite work.
It doesn't quite work, does it?
Darn it.
We need
I
that
know.
time.
I mean, it should work. Like we're in Thursday. You guys are in Wednesday. Well, we should be able to work something out here. But
You would think.
I'll give you half. So,
Let's go in on it, you know.
all right, let's do it.
What's the super lotto gonna be? Did anyone win it? It's over $1 billion, ain't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Somebody hit it. Somebody
Yeah,
won it.
somebody won it.
1.1 billion somebody won.
Yeah.
How
And
much
they
did they
wound up
lose
with
in
like what was it, 300 million? They wound up with very little compared to what they actually won.
Right.
How much do they lose in tax?
Yeah, about 3/4 of it.
That's
Yeah.
all right. With what's left, I can have a great life
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
really.
that's true.
and take people with me when I do it.
I was gonna say, and share it too.
Dang right.
That's what everybody says here in Australia when they talk about lotto. They go, "Oh, how much tax do they pay?" And the usual answer is, "Who cares? Like, if you win lotto, it's free money. Like,
Right.
you started off with whatever, and you're going to end up with money. So,
Take
The only
out.
problem is you're gonna keep paying taxes and keep paying taxes and keep paying tax, big
That's
amounts of
unavoidable.
tax.
It's unavoidable. Death and taxes, two things you will never be able to avoid.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's the
Ain't
truth.
that the
Well,
truth?
that's for sure.
And taxes, sooner or later, you'll end up in prison. Mm. And shoot, they couldn't get, oh, who was
right.
that? Guy in
Ohio.
Chicago, they couldn't get him for all the murders he did, but they got him for tax evasion.
Capone,
Yeah, Al Capone.
Ohio relic hunter.
Right.
Yeah, Ohio relic hunter says he won the mega lottery. I'm still planning on how to spend my $4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell everybody that you'll have family coming out of the woodwork.
Hey, cousin.
People you never even seen in your life.
I saw
Yeah,
somebody posted on Facebook, I think it was. It was cheaper. It was easier for me to tell everybody that. No, how did it go? He said, oh, I wanted to take a DNA test, but it was too expensive. So I just posted that I won the lottery, and I found out all my relatives.
Yeah.
That's a classic. That's a
That's the
classic.
quickest way.
oh,
I
Every-
still,
But
I still say giving them your DNA for those tests, you're just feeding them.
Yeah.
oh, I won't do that.
Yeah.
nope.
No.
Oh, what's this? What are you giving DNA for?
Here in the United States, you can give your DNA and they'll tell your family history if you give them your DNA sample.
Yeah,
Where you
your
come from.
origins, what your nationalities are, and what.
They're doing is cooking up something to kill you is what they're doing.
Well, they're getting your DNA. They're getting all your information.
Yep.
So then they can make viruses to kill fat white boys.
Right.
Right.
I'd never do
All right,
it.
Ray. I hope she makes it, even though I don't really care for her all that much. She's better than what you had. Hope she wins.
I think Ray should run.
Ray
I do
Russa for governor of AK.
Bad Santa in office.
Yeah, bad Santa in the office.
Did
last
you
year.
see that? Ray Russa, governor of AK. I can.
First thing you
Run,
do,
Ray.
you light a cigarette and tell everybody where to get off.
Too many skeletons. I hear you, dude.
Hey, everybody.
I couldn't run for dog catcher.
I do have a link pinned to Andrew's GoFund page that he had friends set up for him at the top of the chat. I know him and his family's going through a lot right now, and I know everybody is at this time everywhere. But, every little bit helps. If you feel compelled to, please do. If not, no judgment. We all understand. But Andrew, it's always a pleasure having you join us here at our house.
Absolutely.
Pleasure's all mine. And I do sincerely apologize for being so late, but
Hey,
yeah.
better late than never. You're not
That's right.
radio. That guy, Ronald, better be here on time all the time. But
Right.
you, better late than never, my friend.
Absolutely.
No, always a pleasure talking with you guys. And I say
Hey, it's always a pleasure sharing stories with you. I have a lot of fun talking to you. For one thing, you listen to what I'm saying.
it's not just me that's doing the listening though. Like,
Oh yes, the cat. Mustn't forget the cat.
He's just sitting there in the background. He's listening to. But no, guys, and I say, many years ago when I was out at the mine and I'd be on work out there and I'd get my lunch break, I'd be straight into the room. I'd jump onto my phone and I'd join in. Didn't always have much to say, been at work, but it was just always great jumping in with a bunch of people that were like-minded and happy, and we'd have a chat about things that we all find interesting. So it's just
silly things.
It's one of those great channels that you find.
Things, way out things, common sense stuff, real strange conspiracies. That's always fun to talk about that kind of stuff. Just because it's better than dealing with reality sometimes, I guess,
Yeah. But I say it's one of those things. Once you've come across a channel like this one with you guys, it's like finding long lost family members. And you never want to lose contact with them again. So it's just one of those things. I'm so ever grateful that I found you guys. And I'm forever in your guys' debt for you accepting me into the family.
Oh, it was easy to accept you in, and you owe us nothing. You owe us absolutely nothing. You're a part of the fam that we appreciate you being here. We don't ask for any more than that,
Oh.
So
thank you.
Yeah, no, it's our pleasure, dude.
The real treasure is people like you, the real gold.
Yep.
Yes, we all love gold. We all like finding it. But, yes, it's the gold we hunt for, but the gold we make in friendships along the way in this journey of life, that's precious.
Yep. Get a little yellow, that's the extra.
Yep.
That's the fun stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Met a lot of good people out there.
Well, thank you, Terry. We appreciate that. Terry says the best gold show.
Thank you very much, Terry.
Yep. And I say it's.
What?
I don't know.
Hey, Ellie, look who just came in. Ellie knows rocks. What's up, Ellie?
Hey, Ellie. Good seeing you. She was another past guest. Should talk to you again sometime about joining us, Ellie. Oh, gee whiz. My chat's moving, and I'm clicking to highlight comments, and you hit the wrong comment. And hey, all of you out there, you're the reason why we've been doing this for 5 years nonstop. Have yet to miss a Tuesday night. And we're going on 6 years now.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
Paul Wheeler says, Andrew, God bless you, sir. Best wishes your way.
Thank you very much. You guys are legends.
I have to agree with Rocks and Ore, my friend. You are the legend.
Right.
I am just sad.
Right. We're not the legends. The people we bring on are the legends. We just enjoy being around them. Maybe one day it'll rub off.
Well, I hope so. I really do. Because I say, I'm just an ordinary guy. I'm just like an ordinary guy that somehow, some way managed to work his way into many people's lives and into some people's hearts. And it's a bloody great feeling knowing that I've had that effect. So
yeah, I mean, well, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than that feeling of knowing that you have made a difference. You have touched people's hearts. You have shown people knowledge. So yeah.
And I mean,
what an awesome life! What an awesome life you lead.
It is, and I say
it is.
It truly is. And I say, even if it's only ever helped one or two people,
Right.
you know,
Absolutely.
I'm going to leave this world knowing that I've brightened somebody else's life. Like, what better can you do than that?
Right.
What better can you do than give somebody else enjoyment and give them a smile? Or
I think,
pull
see,
them from a dark area. Like
right.
that's
See, and for me, one of my not conspiracy theories, but one of my theories is that we continue to do this over and over until we get it right. And I think that you've probably gotten it right. And you will be great. You will be forever.
it's funny you say that because we're only just talking about that the other day because I kind of feel the same. Like, you know, you're going to leave this world knowing that you've done good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't changed the world. I don't want to change the world. I've just changed some people. And
Sure.
I think if we can all do that, we can manage to just change one or two people's lives for the better. Well, we're all going to be better for it.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You guys, you know, they're all family. Like I carry you around with me every day. Because I say, having people like you and knowing that you're always there, always in my thoughts and in my prayers, like I don't need any more than that. Like, you know, money's money. Money comes, money goes. And if people, you know, they want to share money, that's fine. But if people just drop me a message and go, "Hi, how you going today?" that means everything to me.
Sure.
Because it's just people reaching out and just being, "How you going, buddy?" And I can't keep track of it all. Every single day, there's hundreds of thousands of messages and emails, and you know, I get phone calls. I got missed phone calls left, right, and centre from last night, this morning because I slept in. But it's that connection with people that's just so special. And I say, if people can just learn to get along and look out for one another, this will be the best planet in the whole universe. It really will.
Right.
They got to get past themselves first.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
we've got to let go of greed. We've got to let go of ugliness, and we just got to start looking at other people and trying to make the world better.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I hate to say this, dude. You gotta stop. You're gonna make me start crying.
Yeah, I know. I'm already crying.
I wish I could reach through the computer and give you a big bro hug.
Exactly, because there's no words that I could say to you that's gonna make you feel better or anything other than, "Hey, how you doing?" But one thing I know I could do if I was there with you, I'd give you a big bear hug and let you know that I care. And that's because words aren't ever enough, as far as I'm concerned. You know, words
just the
aren't
fact that
ever
we're
enough.
here talking is enough. Like, this is
Yeah.
what I try and say to people. It's not about, you don't have to give. It's not a material thing. It's just knowing that people are there.
I mean,
And-
you wouldn't, I don't think that you would have an enjoyable time tonight if all I did was say, "Oh, I'm sorry about your situation.
No.
Oh, all this or all that. I wish I could do this." You know what? All the things that you typically hear. I can't do that. I never have been able to. The most I can do is just give you a hug and let you know I care.
Yep. And that's all people need to do.
Right. I mean,
That's
my
all people
sister,
need to do.
when I have yet to say I'm sorry about her son dying in over 4 years, but every time I see her, I give her a big hug, and she knows, you know. So
Yep.
yeah, it's if I could give you a bear hug, I'd do it right now, dude.
Yep.
I'm going to anyways.
So you guys are legends. Everyone.
No, we're not the legends. You guys are the legends.
All of you out there,
Like the legends.
you just need to all reach around and give yourselves a big pat on the back because you're all, you know, really, really decent people. And I say it's been a privilege for me to get to know you all. And I say many people I'll never get to meet in person, but I can tell you now, I personally thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there for me and being there for everybody else. Because I say we are one big family.
Yes,
and these are all
a tight
fantastic.
knit family. That's the
No.
best part.
And I really don't think you'll find that many other places. We are a really good community of people. We really are.
Oh,
Keep laughing.
Albert,
That's the way to do it.
oh, did you see what he says? Last time Jesse hugged me, it was his hands around my throat.
I see. I see.
Because he's always picking on me. He's always picking on me.
Actually, you did do that at the Gold Show, didn't you?
Yeah. You didn't see that?
No, I would have
Oh.
probably tried to get a picture of it.
I see it.
Oh,
I see
yeah.
they're laughing. Nice to meet you.
we love you, Bill. We love you.
Yeah.
We love all of you. And
You're our family.
Andrew, you're a brother of another mother, and we love you too. And you humble us being on and being
Absolutely.
part of our community.
I just wish I had pulled my finger out and got out of bed an hour earlier.
Hey, we
What a shock.
still had, you know what? We still had good conversation. We still had
Yes.
some laughs, some
I
fun.
dare say if I go back and watch the first half an hour, my ears will be burning. I'll probably cop
Oh
that.
yeah, well yeah,
Yeah, I
we did
bet I
talk
did.
to you about a little bit.
Yeah, no, I reckon I would. I
A
deserve it.
little, but we put Dano in a corner and made him talk for once.
Yeah,
So.
that's
Oh,
what
look.
you missed. That's what you missed. You missed Dano's talking
On
about
vacation.
his adventure in California.
And showing his gold porn and all
Right.
that. So
Yep.
our audience got a double dose of gold porn, some Cali gold porn, and some Aussie gold porn. Are you all happy, you gold porn pervs? I hope so, Bill. Hope so, Jeff.
How would you want?
I like silver.
Oh, I have a really
Okay.
nice piece of silver still
lay
in
down.
the matrix that me miner sent me. You'd probably like.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. I'm working on polishing it up, sanding it.
Are you
and
polishing it?
yeah.
Mine's still sitting in the envelope.
It's mine.
Right here.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
look at
it.
that.
Yeah,
Slab of silver.
that's from Greg, me miner from
Yeah.
Canada.
You sent me.
Holy cow, is that just like one chunk of silver?
It's silver.
Yeah.
It's silver still in the
Yeah,
rough.
some silver ore.
Oh, there is actually rock in with it. I just thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
it's
no, yeah.
within the
The
matrix.
silver is this gray right in here.
Yep.
Still.
It looks silverish because it's been cut. So
Oh,
yeah, that
right,
was
yeah.
off of one slab. So this whole thing is silver. There's silver on the outside too.
That is just like, that is super rich ore. That is. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does, Derek. He finds
Where'd
a
this
lot
come
of
from?
cool
Do you remember,
stuff.
Ed?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, guys, I've got to
Ah,
make
yeah.
this up to you somehow.
I'll have to ask him and I'll tell you. If he was in here, I'd ask him, but sometimes he pops in. But last time I heard, I think he was in BC or something. Alberta, Canada, Derek? That could be.
Is his name on there?
He was up in the Yukon and
Well, yeah.
British Columbia, but I'm not
Port
sure
Perry,
where that.
Ontario.
Derek's
Wanna-
saying
I
it's
wanna-
coming from Alberta.
I want to make up the lost hour that I didn't join in. If we can arrange another meet, I promise I'll get out of bed early. How about we do a coin one? Because I've got a coin collection. I collect coins. And I'd be willing to send over a whole heap of Australian 1 pennies to you guys.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So I've got a heap. And when I say a heap, I say probably 30 or 40 Australian 1 pennies. So I think I might, I'll splurge and I'll pay for the mailing, the post, and I'll send them over to you. And I'll jump on another day when you have me back on, when you forgive me, and we'll do a coin collection one.
I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thanks,
Yeah, I feel
Ellie.
like
Ellie, you have a good night, Ellie. Nice to see you come back in again. Maybe you
Yeah.
can join us one of these nights.
We'll have to talk, girl. Well, geez, overtime.
Yeah,
I
it's
better
been
let
a
you
pleasure,
go.
dude. I'm hoping we get to have you back here soon.
Yeah, I hope
No, you know
Yes,
the
definitely.
last Tuesday of every month is open mic night. Means
That's
you
right.
on that Tuesday night, if you want to jump in and just say hi or let us know what's going on or just want to chit chat or whatever.
last Tuesday.
Yeah, the
Last
last
Thursday of the
Tuesday
month.
of every
Last
month,
Tuesday, you said
our
Last
open
Tuesday
line.
of every month.
Tuesday.
Right, so that's Wednesday lunchtime for me.
Yeah.
No, not lunchtime. Before lunchtime. That's where I went wrong today.
Yeah.
Right,
Right about now.
So,
Or
like,
2 hours ago.
right, yeah. Open
the
mic night.
30th, the 27th of September.
Oh, he's already setting up times for Ellie there. Of course, I'd love to come back
Well,
on the
no,
show.
the 30th is
Oh.
open line
Oh.
and the 27th is open line. Speaking of, I gotta wrangle up a guest for next week. I've been slacking.
Oh, there you go. Ellie's ready to go. I'll keep that in mind. So we're looking for someone for next week, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone volunteering? We've got 30 people out there. So somebody want to volunteer?
Oh no, she lost.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No more Cheneys in politics. Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, it's a shame. Mm.
Well, this ain't a political channel, so
No.
unless it's mining related or treasure
Right.
hunting
But
related.
woohoo anyway.
Well, we
Oh.
you know where we go. You know.
Look, Ellie says I think I might be available next Tuesday.
Ooh.
GPU says I vote Ellie next week. Ellie knows rocks.
I'll message you, Ellie. And so that'd be great.
Sharon, I did that before the show started.
That's surprising, Jesse. That's
I know.
surprising.
I know. I was sitting there. It came on and I muted it, right? I said, well, I might as well hit the button while I'm at it.
I know
looks
Dana
like
has to wake up early. I do. Jesse don't. You're up for the day, Andrew. I'm so glad you were able to make it.
Yes.
Always
feel
a
bad.
privilege. I
Oh,
don't
don't
feel
feel bad,
bad,
dude.
my
Hey,
friend.
we've
Feel
had
bad.
people not show up totally.
You
At
were
least when you were able to come on, you came on, and that's awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting there frantically trying to get those links to work and they won't work. And Beth's going, they'll understand. I'm going, they're going to shoot me.
Nah, not at all. We're glad you made it happen and made it work. Everybody, hopefully we'll have Ellie Knows Rocks on for our guest next week. I'll be letting my fingers do some talking with her before too long. Not tonight though, Ellie. I'll be going to bed soon after post-production. Jesse, thank you. It's great seeing you, Dano, and having you back. Hopefully your job don't kill you and we get you back more often. And Andrew, again, it's been a privilege having you join us again, my friend.
Absolutely.
All the Flash fam, love you dearly. Thanks for joining us on this
Thank you.
Tuesday evening. Until next time, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's going to say next.
That's right, because it does happen. Maybe one day too. Will
Look at that.
you?
That was some gold porn.
Ooh, gold porn. Ah, maybe one day too. We'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love you all.
Night, folks.
Night, everyone.
Night.
Darren, great job as usual.
Thank you,
Terry,
Darren. Bill, Jeff,
Gold
Ronald, Derek, Terry,
4, 3,
Rockinor,
1.
Terry Curry, Ray Rusa, Bad
Ray.
Santa.
And Ellie, good night. Hope you make it next week.
That'd be great. I'll have to get a hold of her tomorrow.